will be. Just tell me when we're doing something, so this way I can actually like start to do what I'm actually up here for.
I think I hit I hit the button, so
The button is hit and all the magic is happening.
I think the magic is actually happening this time, unlike the last time.
Oh right, yeah, when we tested it last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna check in on
Will
the.
be, will be. Just tell.
Yep, we're live, so
Good. Are we alone?
we are alone because I can't imagine anybody popped on that quickly, and it doesn't show anybody.
Oh, you didn't tweet about it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I put it on Discord and Twitter and YouTube.
Oh, how exciting. Well, I'm not going to sit around like waiting for people to do like some silly, stupid introduction thing because
Yeah,
whatever. I
yeah.
don't. Yeah, I'm going to actually start to get to my shit.
So what were you were you bringing? Are you bringing books in from downstairs?
Yeah, I rearranged the bookcases downstairs um, because I was so sick of looking at them the way they were. I just wanted a different arrangement. Um, but rearranging those, like I gutted them. I emptied them a lot of books, so now they need a place up here.
Right,
And I rotated some things in and out and stuff like that because books that you have in the living room are important. Those are the ones that people see.
right.
So it's important for you to have you have to choose correctly what you got in the living room.
I agree. What's up? What's up, GA? I'm glad you're here. You're the first one. You win a curse word from Eric.
Soon to be several. Soon to be several curse words. So yeah, so I all tons of like books from the bookcases downstairs that I have to find room for up here, but I did clear out some space, so like I'll be able to do that.
Yeah, you're when you first walk in on the right shelves, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, the end of the fiction section and one of the nonfiction sections.
So that's the Time Life books and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, on the bottom. Yeah, I've got the mysteries of the unknown, or oh yeah, I think you could
Mysteries
just
of the Unknown.
what was this set is I can't remember what it was called. I think it's like the something of flight, the story of flight, the epic of flight, the epic of flight series. Because
The Epics of Flight. Did you buy those, or were those ones you actually owned originally?
I would have bought them.
No, like, did you buy them recently, or were those ones that you had as a kid, kind of thing, or?
No. I bought them within the last however, like in my adulthood.
Oh, okay.
Same with these. I think I used to have. I might have had a couple of these when I was younger, but somehow they disappeared. The Lost Civilizations set, which is my
Oh, that's cool.
maybe my favorite or my second favorite set. It's I mean it's pretty obvious what it is, right? The Maya, China's buried kingdoms, Mesopotamia, the mighty kings.
Huh.
I like that. I like because Indiana Jones. I always wanted to be an archaeologist.
Of course.
That was as a kid more than like writing or anything like that. I wanted to not as much an astronaut though. That seemed cool. I wanted to be either like an archaeologist, a paleontologist, or an astronomer. Those are the things I wanted to be.
Jesus. Vins45 said we're not alone. He's watching. They're watching from France.
Oh, very nice. Hello. From France, really?
Yeah. All the way from France to watch a guy in America fix his attic bookshelves.
The internet is a strange and magical place.
Yeah, right.
Do I have?
So did you wake up early to haul dirt to do and then come back up here to do this?
Yeah. First thing this morning I did was basically like after 5 sips of coffee, head out to go haul soil for the garden, and then like catch up on my regular work and now catching up on this. I'll be back on camera.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically been the day. I figured I might as well get some crap done while the world is nuts.
Yeah, and especially
So
it's probably nice up there today.
yeah, it's not bad. So ask how France is right now.
Yeah, how is France? How is France during this whole pandemic thing? It'd be an interesting little perspective on things without reading about it on the internet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everyone, depending on where you live, everyone's faring a little different. Some good, some not so good. So, I mean, hopefully most people are faring good rather than not. But
I I found this new, well, it's not a new game. It's a new game to me that I started playing. And I can't remember that. It's like Hollow Knight or something like that. KNI.
oh,
Did you
yeah,
ever?
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah. I
you.
know Hollow Knight. That's like a modern classic.
Is it like an old? Is it older though?
Yeah, it's a few years old at this point.
I think you told me about it, and I never actually got around to playing it. So I started playing it last night, and it was really good.
Yeah, that kind of seems like that would be something that's like up your alley.
Yeah, it's hard, but you kind of can take your time.
Yeah, I kind of, which surprises me, especially during all this people lockdown and stuff. I kind of drifted away from games for a little bit, so I went back because I realized I was a season or so behind on watching The Expanse, which I
Oh,
told you
okay.
about before. But I know you haven't watched it yet, and I have to catch up on Better Call Saul because I did have not watched any of this season yet, and Better Call Saul is like some of the best shit on TV right now.
Right. Um,
So
Vin,
catching up on that.
Vin said it's a bit strange. Not a lot of people on the streets. Luckily, weather is very nice.
Good. Good. Glad to hear that it isn't bad. Though strange is definitely the right word because it is kind of. I think it's kind of strange everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because we go for a walk every day in the park by us, and it's not the kind of park like in a city. We don't live in a city, so it's we can walk around in the woods for miles and miles and miles, and there's with all these trails, and we don't see a single person.
Yeah. Look, ancient Egypt, life, myth, and art.
Ooh.
Ancient China, life, myth, and art. We're all about the Vikings, life, myth, and art. Or the Maya, life.
Are are they mostly picture books? Life and art.
No, Tibet.
Life and art. Myth
No,
and art.
this these are books of mythology from mythology and art from each culture, each civilization.
That's pretty cool, actually. It's funny though with those books because you can just find all that on the internet now at this point.
Yeah, but I much prefer having it on my bookshelf.
Yeah,
And
when shit hits the fan, you could be the guy who sits in the like Twilight Zone.
that's right. Well, and because to me it's much more. Look, I'm on the damn internet all day anyway. So the
Right.
last thing I want to do when I just want to like casually look for shit, I don't want to still be on the internet. I want to get away from it.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
so it's much more enjoyable to like pick up a book on something that you're interested in and flip through it or read through it or whatever. Something like because stuff like this for these time life books, that's not the sort of thing that you sit down and read from cover to cover like you would reading a novel or another book or something. This is more you open it up, you find a couple pages that are interesting, you read them and move on. It's like reading Wikipedia,
Right.
but in your hands and offline and whatnot. And usually better quality than Wikipedia. Not that Wikipedia is terrible or anything, but
Vin said that they're not allowed to walk further than 1 kilometer away from home.
oh wow,
That's pretty interesting.
that's pretty strict. Presumably there are exceptions for like going out to get necessities and stuff, but still, that's pretty strict. We're we're supposed to be on what are they calling it, Tig, in our state? Um,
Oh, uh,
Shelter in place. They're calling it, which basically means like stay home unless you're an essential employee. But there are exceptions for basically everything. Like there are exceptions saying you're allowed to go visit friends and family, which kind of defeats the point.
yeah, which is
Uh,
insane. Though,
like you're allowed to be out and about. So yeah.
And I don't. We could. I mean, at least where I live, if we had a rule where we couldn't travel farther than a kilometer, we would probably starve to death.
Well, you would, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be fine.
Yeah, you would be able to.
But yeah, you would.
I'd
You
have
would
to.
go the way.
I'd have to get a farm going.
That's what I'm working on.
I know.
Do you need me to look up anything for you in the Encyclopedia of Warfare?
Yeah.
What do you need to know?
I was wondering about the. No, I don't want. I don't want to look up anything in the Encyclopedia of Warfare. This is the last thing I want to do.
Well, I think there'd be upbeat stuff in there.
I don't know.
Sorry to keep on not facing the camera, but
Oh,
for anyone who
it's alright.
no, but yeah, for anyone who's out there, like legitimately, I told Tig, hey, I got to do some shit in the attic. I mean, I guess if you want to stream while I do it, you can.
Yeah.
But
And-
I'm here to do this.
And we often do it late. We've been doing it late at night because that tends to be when we have like time. But if we can do one in the day, that's fine with me.
Yeah, just to squeeze a little something in there.
Yeah.
Look, didn't we do an episode on the
Yep.
the Elder Scrolls books?
Yeah. Did you ever end up looking through those at all, or
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've read a bunch of this stuff.
those are
They
real
really are.
pretty? Those
They're
you
really
should,
beautiful.
You should put those downstairs.
They were downstairs. I'm moving them up.
Unbelievable. The
I'm
transfer.
taking them out of featured stat.
I did some
that's-
I did some raking today.
that's- You did what?
Raking.
Well, that's good. You have to be prepared.
I noticed that the bugs were bad. Archaeology, Easter Island.
It's the great book of archaeology. I mean, look at this. Look at this thing. You could-
Man, they don't
Gonna
they
charge
don't
me.
they don't make books like that anymore.
look at that. Oh.
Jesus. The Sumerians.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, the thing's freaking enormous. And we don't have a coffee table, really. And isn't that the point? Is you get one of these to... Because, that's why they call them coffee table books.
Jesus, you could hold the door open with that.
Yeah, you really could. Actually, but the best place to get stuff like that is the budget racks at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Because there's always tons of stuff like that they, that's on very, very cheap discount or whatever. And I dig stuff like that.
I think my camera just went out and it's back on. I think you need to one day purchase a bunch of like area rugs and put them all over the place down there, like in the attic around your bookshelves.
Oh yeah, so I'm not sitting on bare floors.
Yeah, now that you got it all fixed up and stuff, like to just have a bunch of area rugs, would be nice because then you feel like you could shuffle around and sit on the floor.
Not accidentally sit on nail pops.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be nice and cozy.
Well, I guess maybe that would help insulate it a little bit, right?
I think now that you finished it on that side, even though we film on the other side, but it doesn't matter. I think on that side, I think once we're allowed to get out, a project should be us finally putting some like sheetrock on the ceiling and stuff like that on that side.
Yeah, that's something I've been putting off for a while because it's not like high priority, but it would be really good to do.
Yeah, and then it would keep it insulated better and stuff, and it would feel more normalized.
No, this is important. Not to interrupt you, but
Oh,
you were
God,
asking me
yes.
before to get you a map of a battle from the Civil War. Do you remember what map you needed?
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I
needed
needed the Monmouth, the Battle of Monmouth map.
Oh, I left my glasses in another room. Sorry, can't find it.
Son
Oops.
of a bitch.
You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? You brought up that Twilight Zone episode, and even though I always related to the guy in the Twilight Zone episode, I was also like, the good news is at least that couldn't happen to me. I don't wear glasses.
Yeah, now you can't even read stuff when we're filming because you got to put on your reading glasses.
Welcome to fucking middle age.
You can relate now with what was his name again?
Oh, I don't remember.
Famous actor.
Oh, hey, does it Elder? I thought the Elder Scrolls books might fit there.
Ernest
What?
Borgnine or something.
That wasn't Ernest Borgnine. What?
I
No,
can't. I can't remember his name.
that wasn't him. Like AC Moore's going out of business, right?
What's that?
Like how AC Moore is going out of business.
Yeah.
And I popped in a couple weeks ago to get picture frames because the picture frames were dirt cheap, like ridiculously cheap. I was getting anyway. Well, I also found these things that were like $1 a piece.
Oh, sweet. Those are awesome, actually.
They're like it's not just the print; it's like a whole big like a you know for nice little like hanging
Yeah,
wall
those are
things.
cool. Actually, that's pretty nuts that you got them for $1 because they have like. I want to see if I can get it. I'm gonna see if I can get it down real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, the actual market price is $14 each, so I couldn't say no.
I have I have this thing that I got.
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. I like that. I've always been envious. You got that from Twitter, right?
Yeah, there was a guy on Twitter that was selling it, and I got it. It was way more than $1, and those kind of seem like they're almost the same. I mean, this is pretty good quality. Like, this is real good quality. The guy did a good job. It's like, but
But but the idea is similar.
I want to get a King's Quest. I want to get the King's Quest boxes done like that.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I should try doing it myself or something.
I mean, if you have access to oh Jesus, with the
You like my
pajamas again.
pants?
Gee, and I saw those people on Twitter giving you the okay, and they're they're wrong about that. They are wrong.
I'll have you know that I had jeans on, and I specifically took them off just to film.
That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. That does not surprise me whatsoever. And look, I got the big ones shelved that I needed to. Now I have 3 more boxes that I still have to put in shelves, but
Jeez.
I
Yeah,
can
don't.
save that.
Oh boy, bringing out the old Catholic Church basement chair.
That is pretty much what it's like too. I figured some of the other stuff I have to shelve I'd save for later. Maybe one will be tonight because I have a box of Tolkien books to put in
Oh,
my Tolkien
that would
section.
be cool. I would actually, if you should do that. If we, like you said, if we do it tonight or something, it would be cool for you to show off the old, like actually show off the Tolkien stuff over there. Because I don't, even though I'm a big fan, I've never actually looked through. I only have Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and stuff like that.
Right.
It'd be cool to see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I did move everything upstairs, but I moved a few things upstairs, and I actually have to figure out how to get it on the shelves up here because the bookcase up here is basically filled. So I'll
So
have
is
to
your
figure it out.
bookshelf downstairs real clear now?
Yeah, I wanted to clear some stuff out of it and just get like a little more space because I was feeling like a little cluttered.
Yeah.
Um, and with the 2 books coming out I think my local history book comes out in June, and the Scorsese book comes out in July. I figured like I would have to redo my display thing of my books as well. I figured, let me just do it now and like leave the spaces open.
Right.
Then when I was doing that, I just got on a whole roll of like I need to read through all the bookcases. I don't like how it looks. Um, so I moved boxes of books off of it to bring up here and like replaced it with just little display bits or
Yeah, those
sailboat. I got like one of those nice little like hand built sailboats.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, those ones you showed me a couple weeks ago, the book holders where you look inside of them. It's like a it looks like you look inside on the bookshelf and it looks like you're looking into a whole
Oh
nother room.
yes. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Those things are amazing. I kind of like I am thinking about that in order to in spots in the bookshelves. Have one of those.
Yeah,
They're
that's
really cool.
that's clever. I don't know how much they are, but to have those, even especially upstairs, I don't know. There's something weird about it because you'd be up in there, and every once in a while you'd see these little coves. It's like you can look inside the. That's a cool idea. You could probably
Yeah.
make those yourself, actually.
Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, because it's basically a diorama, right?
Yeah,
Just set in your bookcase.
I think you should do
Yeah.
it. I think you should just do that.
At some point. At some point. Maybe
Just,
when I get maybe when I get climate control up here first, so I can actually spend more than only half the year relaxing up
you
here.
know, I was gonna say like if you put a door, if you
Well, yeah,
if we put
across
it
that
if you
section.
put a door there, you could just finish at least that side off.
That's one way we thought about doing it was just little pieces here and there,
It
and,
wouldn't
and
be
starting
bad.
back here.
But then if you in the future end up wanting to finish it, it might be something where you're pissed that you put a door there.
No, I would still
Oh,
always
okay.
have it. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't want the whole thing
Because
open
that's
and
that's pretty easy to do. I mean, you just buy a door at Home Depot and put it inside a frame of a wall and just
right. I like how you're just like, oh, that's easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, great.
that's
I'm sure.
that's
I'm sure for some people it's easy.
it's actually it's brainless. It's brainless work.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm just saying.
I, I,
As
I
someone
understand.
as someone who's done that for a long time, it doesn't,
Yeah. The shitty thing is, in order to do that up here, all these bookcases, all these books have to get moved out.
Yeah, if you want to do it right, you mean if you want to like actually finish the whole room.
Yeah, because you got to put in just for putting in a floor and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess for putting up the sheetrock, in theory, you can move it all to the center of the room and carpet. But even that, like all the in one part of the room, I'd be worried about it falling to the floor.
Yeah, you would have to take all the books off and move the shelves out of the way if you were going to finish it.
Yeah,
But you could always put a wall up with a door and then put sheetrock on the ceiling part of it with insulation, and that would be a big difference because you already have bookshelves on the walls. So that's kind of insulation. Like in a way, it's sort of blocking the wall off.
yeah, yeah. It's helping at least somewhat. So
Maybe
you know,
maybe in the future.
maybe. So where do we at? We're at 2 o'clock. All right. I'm just waiting for my rest to pass so I can actually get the soil that I brought
Wait, what are you
home.
waiting for?
Just to like so that I feel rested, so I can
Oh.
go back out for.
Wait, did you get the soil and leave it in the car?
Yes.
Oh, because it was so heavy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Usually, like, I'll go and I'll get a load and come back, and then I'll come inside and do some stuff, and then go like unload the load and do what I'm gonna do with it. So like, yeah, I don't knock it all out at the same time. You just disappeared there. Yeah. So yeah. No. Once I feel a little burst of energy, then I'm gonna go dump the soil.
My back would be shot doing that. I hate that.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but what are you gonna do? That's why. And this is, I always kind of, not that I always wanted this, but when I first got into gardening, I noticed it there was a pattern among people, including us, right? You get into gardening, and let's say you plant your little garden, you can start a little garden bed or something like that, and you start off really into it, and it goes great the first year, and maybe it does even better the second year. And by the third year, it's not doing so good, and the fourth year, it's terrible, and then people just stop, right? I mean, how many people do you know that have gardens in the back that they haven't touched in years?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually really into it, and I only did it for I think like really, really did it for five, and that was a
And
lot.
I think because a lot of people either don't realize or they do, and it's way too much work. You have to keep replenishing that soil.
Yeah,
Because if you don't, then the garden is just going to be garbage, like just within a few years. Um,
I think that's what I learned also with the disease.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I would have a disease, and a lot of times the cucumbers, I guess, would get certain things, and then I would go
hmm
to plant them again, even in a different spot, and then plant maybe tomatoes there or whatever. It seemed, and I guess I had to really wipe out all the dirt and put new dirt down. I should have done that instead.
Yeah. So well, if you get something in the soil, like what some people do, they call solarizing. For you just cover the whole thing, and
The heat kills
you know,
it.
yeah, um, yeah. Sometimes you just
Yeah,
get
it's
shit that's
it's
passed
it's.
around.
I think at the end of the year when you have all these vegetables, because like it's insane. It's always funny going over your house late summer, early like fall, and your house is just filled with all these
Oh God.
vegetables, but people don't really realize how much friggin' work you put in to get that.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. It's the only reason why I can do it is because I work from home. You
Right.
know, always I would not gotten into it a tenth to the degree that I am now if I wasn't
Right,
working
because
from
it's
home.
it's like a retired person's thing usually.
Yeah, yeah, or like or you live on a
Right, or you live on a
farm or
farm and
something.
you're surviving.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Like towards the end of the summer, it's like every day the countertops are just piled with stuff, like to the point where it's like, oh, I still haven't even processed this, like these yet, whatever it is, and I got to go harvest like more stuff, and it's just like this. Once it starts kicking in, it's pretty cool, but that's also a lot of work.
Yeah, it's crazy, and you can't get rid of anything. You know, like you said, you sometimes you have almost too much stuff, and you give stuff away, but to the point where you have so much stuff, it's like, and you can't just throw it away. You spent your whole summer like and
Oh yeah, oh,
spring, you know, you
it's
can't
such a
just
waste
toss it.
throwing it away. Yeah, it's and I try and be as good about that. I
Right.
can wasting stuff. So just figure out a way. Okay, I to do something with this. Like what?
And I
Because
guess but you have to do that, right? Because if you don't grow, if you try to grow what you need and then something fails, you're not getting any. So you sort of have to always overdo.
yeah, yeah. That's absolutely true. And plus it kind of helps. Um, like you learn to dial it in a little bit when you realize like, oh, this is way too much of like this thing, but not enough of that thing. So you gotta screw it up a few summers in a row
Right.
before
Like
like
hot peppers.
yes, though I screwed myself with the hot, right? So this year I was dialing back the number of hot pepper plants that I had because I didn't think I had a lot, but it turns out that I was harvesting hundreds of peppers a year, and there's only so much you can do with them all.
Yeah.
So I dialed that back and I selected six really good, healthy ones and brought them inside to overwinter them. But they got an infestation of some sort of mites that I couldn't fight back. I
Uh
think I've already lost three out of the six,
really?
and
The
two of the other two I think are going.
the ones that were inside?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I know. I think
And
they're
you were because I
done.
remember one time I was there and you were spraying them with like the soap or something, like soapy water
Yeah,
or something like that. But I guess it was too much.
yeah, and I didn't seed. I don't think I seeded any new hot pepper. I think I seeded some cayenne peppers and jalapenos, but I don't think I seeded any. So I might not have super hots this year, which would be really disappointing. I
You'll
mean, I don't need to have a ton,
right, right,
but I
right.
like just enough to make some hot sauce batches.
Right, yeah, just enough for you to make a bunch of stuff with it that you actually use.
Yeah, exactly. Like last year, I had way too many, and so I ended up for something like a week straight. My dehydrator was basically running 24 hours
Yeah,
7 nonstop.
last year was nuts.
Yeah, so like just dehydrating all those things, and I couldn't because I couldn't make that much sauce. And you saw the vat of salsa that I made; it was enormous. So
I was telling the guys that one night that story about how one time you called and it was like real late at night and you just were like, oh, I've been up all day cutting whatever, and you're like, let me show you a picture, and you sent me the picture and it was like this huge bowl, but then you had like another huge. You're like, no, and then there's another one.
yeah,
It didn't even fit. It didn't even fit in the stove or something like that.
huge, huge. And then like getting all that. Oh yeah, it was too much.
Dear
And then with
God.
that was only like that doing all that stuff was only like a fifth or a quarter of the hot peppers that I grew. I ended up dehydrating most, like grinding them up into flakes and powders, and then giving those out to like friends who like hot foods. Like, hey,
Right.
here's some mega hot pepper flakes and pepper powder, and you know. And that so at least as a way for it to make for me to know that it's getting used.
Right. That's one of those things you should consider like just I mean it's then it becomes a job. I know I've said this to you before, but bottling them and just even putting them at local stores. Just
Yeah,
sometimes people have honey and they just put they have 10 bottles and they just put it on the counter at some local
right.
store. You should
I'll
do
have to
that with I mean
go get a
that's
stand at Columbus Market.
yeah. I mean if you
We
got
well
it.
we call them flea markets here, but I think in like at least in the I think in most of this I think there's swap meets. And what other names are there, right?
Yeah, swap meets and
Because we have flea markets, they have swap meets, but they're the same thing. And then what else? What other names might there be for the? There's got to be other names like in other regions, right?
I'm gonna I'm
You
gonna
know, look it
look.
up. So this is the learning episode.
Yes, we're
Yeah, I need to
learning
put
something.
see if you were equipped like technological wise, you could do the more you know.
Say if I had that preloaded. All right,
Exactly.
here's some terms. Ma-
Regional terms.
Farmers market, which I don't agree with that because we have farmers markets and we have flea markets.
Yeah, farmers markets are strictly food. Like
Right,
that's for fresh vegetable fruits and vegetables. And sometimes you can have like baked like pies and things like that.
right. There's
So, anyways,
there's garage sale, which
no,
I guess is kind of a.
no.
How about March au Poches? Marche. It's French, obviously. Auxpuces. Moch et Poches.
Oh, dende et le
It's got to be French, right?
I have
I don't
not.
know. How about a
Yeah.
rummage sale?
Yeah, I think. Well, see, all right. See, first I have to go back and dispute the garage sale. Why would they even list that? A garage sale is about an individual.
This
It's like an
says
individual house thing.
this says synonyms for flea market.
Like, isn't a rummage sale more like a yard sale? But you're isn't that what a rummage sale is?
When it's just like like you're cleaning out your garage and you're just literally putting anything out there.
Yeah, but but maybe I may be rummage sale. I feel like a rummage sale again is like a big.
I got okay. So we street market they call, but I guess a flea market's kind of. I think when I went in the city they call them street markets, but they're really flea markets.
I think yeah, I think I can go with street market. I think that's like an urban would be like the urban version. Yeah, all right. I approve of that one.
Okay, and then there's
I give
swap.
that one my approval.
That one's approved. Let me check that off here. And then
Check that off the list.
there's swap meet, which you said.
Right.
And then the last one they have is tag sale. I guess like you put tags on them.
Isn't a tag? I thought a tag sale was just basically like a marketing term for like a retail store's sale. Like, right? Didn't they have tag sales in the 70s and 80s where you'd go to like Bradley's or something and whatever had the tag was what was
Oh
on
yeah,
sale?
yeah. Oh, and then the camera went out again. It went into sleep mode, and then it's back on.
So is Bradley still a thing?
I don't think so. I did see a really sweet Bradley's T-shirt though recently.
You know what I kind of want to get, and if it was if I wasn't losing clients in the midst of this COVID-19 client or crisis, I might actually go on eBay to check because I bet you can get stuff like this on eBay. I want a Caldor catalog.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want a catalog, like from like a Caldor catalog anywhere from let's say 1977 to 1983.
We, I doubt that it would be hard for you to find that.
They have to exist, right? There's got to be collectors for like old merchandising catalogs.
Like a Caldor's catalog.
Yeah.
Like you would look in when Christmas.
Yeah,
You'd circle the toys you want.
yeah. You remember they'd come in the mail, like your parents would get them. They were like a thick.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that. I think it was more exciting as a kid to sit at the dining room table with my siblings, looking through the catalogs and circling what I wanted,
Oh yeah.
than it was getting the presents on Christmas because you know imagined you'd get all these things.
Damn it! I just talked myself into something I really shouldn't have. I there's absolutely zero there's zero chance that there's no such thing as Sears catalog collectors. I guarantee that's definitely a thing. And now all of a sudden, like I want this little small collection of Sears catalogs.
I'm I mean Sears catalogs would be
They'd be way easier than Caldor. Yeah.
I
I don't know if Caldor was regional, but they weren't huge like Sears.
I don't see I see Sears catalogs online like 1985, 1975.
What do they cost? What are the prices?
Oh god. Uh oh my god, I see the covers and I almost remember. Wow, well, this can't be right. Well, someone's selling one from 1985 for $28.
Oh, that's a bit much. Sorry.
But
I
then
think I
people,
might be.
oh wait, tell me this makes any sense. This is totally a perfect example of an age thing where someone our age wants the one from 1985 because they remember, so it's like $28. There's one 1985, the Toys Sears Toys catalog, $90. But then there's a Sears catalog from 1910 and it's $10.
Huh.
Because
Well, yeah, but it's the age thing, because yeah,
right, because you want the one from 1985, so they're looking for. Yeah, there's a Sears catalog Christmas 1984, which is probably one we both looked through.
probably.
$109.
Holy crap!
Like who would pay?
Wow.
Who's paying that?
Somebody with like more money. No, I won't say more money than sense. If I was making a lot more money, I would be one of the people buying one. No, no lie. I would definitely like if I was making like excellent money. No doubt, I would buy one of those. No doubt,
You would buy that.
I would. Yeah, I absolutely.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to see it. The one. You know what? I'm gonna. Oh boy.
Something bad happened. Yeah, like it
I'm
doesn't
gonna try
surprise.
to. I'm gonna try to upload the picture onto the thing, but yeah, I guess you're not gonna be able to see it. But
That's all right. Let other people see it. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Sears catalog collecting is a thing, but holy cow, those prices. That's unbelievable.
all right, I just put it on the screen for us. The 1985 Wish Book Sears catalog.
Cool.
It's like
Alta. Oh,
it's like a little girl, maybe around 6 or 7, with long blonde hair, dressed in red and white Christmas kind of outfit, opening a red present with like this glowing light coming out, kind of like the briefcase in
Pulp Fiction. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure if I saw it, it would immediately be like, oh, I won. Or at least some of them. There's got to be a handful of them where it's just going to instantly bring back those memories.
Yeah,
I
there
get
are
like
there are some covers that I saw pop up that I was like,
I
oh, I
guess
remember that.
I guess we shouldn't be shocked that the prices are as high as they are, though, because think about it, like as nostalgic as we might be for that stuff, that also wasn't something that people were saving. So any ones that exist are just because they got like, randomly left in a basement or something like that.
Yeah, or yeah, exactly. Like you either had some nut that did collect them, or like you said, they were just you almost didn't throw them out because they were so big, and someone was just chucking them in their basement, and then they just found them.
Yeah, like it's not something like a comic book where people were
Right.
saving them because by that point they were collected. Um, yeah, or at
Se-
least that's my theory. That's my hypothesis.
Severin said, "Hi, everyone."
Hey, Severin, hello.
Um, they are pretty cool though because if you think about it, they're the only place where there's all those ads stored in
Yeah,
one spot.
exactly. That's one of the reasons why when I found again in like this stack of papers that were like stuffed in one of my boxes or something, and somehow the circular got in there. Like I'll have the an electronics boutique
Oh yeah,
circular
yeah.
from like the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo days. And when I found that, I was excited because it was like, holy cow! Like to look at these old advertisements again is kind of fun.
Yeah, like whenever you whip out the old comics and stuff, I'm always more interested in seeing the ads than the comics because I don't know, those kind of bring
Oh,
back more memories.
I'm glad you say that because you might be the only other person who would have been interested in me doing this. I actually still have the material for it. You know how I got some of my comics custom bound?
Yeah,
So in the process of doing that, one of the things I would do is go through the issue and any pages that didn't have the comics on them, I would remove those pages. So that it was like there was few ads throughout it as possible. But I saved all the ad pages and started to get them like organized and neatly stacked with the intention of once the stack got thick enough, I was going to bind that. It had
yeah,
nothing but a book of comic book advertisements.
that would be
Like,
awesome.
right? I think that would be. pretty badass.
Yeah, there's something about the old ads as a like I said, it brings back almost more nostalgia than the actual things for some
Yeah.
reason. Like looking at those old ads, old Nintendo ads and stuff for some reason. Yeah, you should do that. You should just bind a whole bunch of old comic ads into its own books.
You remember, like, what was it? Like, some we looked through some stupid magazine that I had, like an older magazine that I'd laying around, right? And I think both of us kept gravitating towards the ads rather than whatever the articles were. It was like, oh, look at this Toyota ad.
Oh yeah, yeah. The old you had the Kurt Cobain magazine from the '90s and the '60s magazine. The ads were amazing in the '60s
Oh, and that,
magazine.
yeah. I could have sworn, didn't we look at something having to do with Princess Diana too at some point?
Yeah,
Like a People
that
magazine?
was the '94 Life or Time or whatever magazine you
Oh, okay.
have.
Yeah, the one for the from the '60s. I bought that at
Yeah,
Unshredded Nostalgia, and
yeah.
I couldn't not get it. And yeah, the
Um,
articles in that are pretty crazy too, though.
GA said you can Google the Sears 1985 wish book catalog and you can read them online. Like you can actually like go through them online.
That's pretty cool that that the info is still out there, so we could at least see the ads.
And
I
it's funny
still would
because
love to hold on.
Vin pointed out that it was that ad. Like I said, it reminded me of the cover reminded me of the Pulp Fiction. It literally was. I wonder if Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino remembered that as a kid and he like used the same thing. Severin said, "Have you been Wanted to know if you've been playing guitar during the quarantine."
I have. I went silent on it for a little bit because I was in the midst of some other stuff. But yeah, like recently I've been picking up a lot again, um, and working on some. I've got this idea for this big ridiculous avant-garde thing that I want to record. So so yeah, like I've been putting pieces together for that to see how it turns out. Oh, I hope to actually record it like this week
And
because you got
SRVR said, "Hey everybody, hey everybody!" with an exclamation point.
everybody.
Everybody,
It's one word or two.
one.
Okay, just checking.
And Simon seems to be shocked that we're on at 2 p.m. He seems confused and a little disarrayed.
See, as long as it's like positive
And
confusion.
the Dark Samurai, who was on I think the first time, the first night we did it,
Hmm.
he said he loved the old X-ray specs ads.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. From the always saw those in comic books. Those. Oh, there.
So weird.
Those. Those and the drawing contest
Mm-hmm.
ads, which they still do.
The
Those are
one
still.
you like draw a pirate, draw a turtle or something like that. Those
Yeah.
ones. And then
Yeah.
if you mailed it in, they would decide if you could go to art school or something
Or
like that.
actually, no. Better than those, and you got to go a little further back for these, but not too far back. Was Grit.
Grit.
Remember Grit? Sail Grit. It was. I think it was like an adolescent boys magazine.
I'm gonna
Um,
I'm gonna Google it while you're talking.
and so like you would join Grit. It was like this, like you were a Grit representative, and I guess you were supposed to be selling the magazine or something to people. I think that's what that was.
Grit.
Yeah.
I just Googled Grit magazine and it's all chickens.
Well, that's current. This was like I don't know when Grit stopped.
Oh wait, I think I found it. Boys make lots of money. Grit.
Yeah.
Sell grit.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm gonna try to post that up here.
Yeah, I think that was magazine related, unless it was like the kids version of Amway back in the day.
It sounds like it is.
There was something like that too, where and it was I remember being in comic books and like oh I just realized something else I need to get a collection of. Boys Life magazine. That
Oh,
was the that was like mostly like the Cub Scouts magazine, but I think it was in like the school libraries and stuff too, wasn't it?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because
All right.
because the Boys Life magazine had a comic adaptation of the Tripod trilogy, which is by John. I have it over here. It's by John Christopher, and it's basically War of the Worlds without everybody dying. Right? These
Okay.
these these aliens and tripods come down and they land in England, take over the world, they mind control people, and it's just like just great little like young adult reader, middle grade reader science fiction trilogy from way back in the day from Academic Rabbit.
Yes, yes. Eric does read chicken magazines. He actually one whole section of his library upstairs actually is all dedicated to chicken and rooster magazines. He was a big egg aficionado for a long time. Man's Life magazine. I don't know if I remember Man's Life.
That's Playboy. Yes, here's a couple of them. Yeah. These aren't my original editions, so these covers don't have as much nostalgia for me. But yeah, it was the White Mountains, then the City of Golden Lead, and the Pool of Fire was the last one.
Huh.
And A Boy's Life, there was a comic version, one page per issue, that went through the whole story from start to finish. So yeah, they did. I remember them doing the City of Golden Lead and the Pool of Fire. It's a really good series. It actually holds up well for adults too.
The Pool of Fire.
Pool of Fire.
Tom Torrey has joined us in the comments.
Why would he do that?
He's something wrong with him.
It's just burn, 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 burn me on fire.
Oh, SRVR said it's older. I guess Man's Life magazine is like older pulp.
That's a joke.
Oh.
Boy's life, man's life.
Oh. I don't know, man. I don't.
Do me a favor. If you have your browser open, your system's a little better than mine. Check eBay for prices on Boys Life magazine.
Oh God.
Put in like Boys Life lot or Boys Life collection, because I would want to just get like a whole collection all at once.
Boys Life collection.
Yeah.
Boys Life 1999 collection. Pick your month. No.
Nah, way too late.
These are all like pick your month. It says.
Like 80s would be ideal.
All right, I'll
Anything
type in Boys Life collection 80s.
Yeah, maybe that'll.
See here, 1980s Boys Life lot of 12 vintage issues. Boy Scout, $17 for 10.
Oh, that's not bad. I
No.
can deal with that. That's not bad at all. If it's as long as they're like in the right era, where I'll have read them as a kid, and they would fill me with delight for about years.
You know, it's crazy. That's the only listing of a lot of them.
Email that to me.
Okay. Yeah, there's. Oh no, here's some from the '60s and the '50s. Obviously, you don't. Yeah, you're not. There's a lot of like those old ones.
Yeah. This is purely about scratching a nostalgia itch, which is of course stupid because the joke that I made a moment ago is completely true. When you buy stuff like this, you get like you open it and you have a nice little initial like rush of seeing this thing you remember.
Oh yeah.
And maybe it lasts till like that evening when you put it away, and then that's it. That's what you paid for.
SRVR said no, it's real. Weasels ripped my flesh cover. Look it up.
Oh, I know that cover. I didn't remember that the magazine was actually called Man's Life. Yeah, no, the weasels rip my flesh is a real thing.
The weasel, what?
Yeah.
The weasel. Oh, I just Googled it. What is that? This was a magazine?
I forgot or didn't realize that the magazine's name that's from was Man's Life.
Man's Life. I'm gonna try to here it is. The Mother of Adventure. Weasels ripped my flesh. What's going on?
I have to reposition you real quick because I'm gonna go back to work, like meaning putting books on bookshelves.
Simon said Ranger Rick.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Uh-oh, he's going to work.
I gotta get things done. Ugh.
Simon says he has most of the Dragon magazines in PDF format.
Yeah, I have a pretty good Dragon and Dungeon magazine collection in PDF as well. It's so cool that you can find that stuff online these days. I had a I had a good PDF collection of like RPG books and stuff like that from that era, and I had most of them backed up to DVD. And like backing up to DVR was a thing, and I just recently tried to dump them all off there, and I was only able to get like 98% of the data of the books off the disc because the disc was too old. It was going bad. And while that's still a ton, and I was never going to actually look at them anyway, the fact that there's like 8 books that I couldn't get off the disc really upsets me.
SRVR, I posted a picture of the chicken face or weasel ripping face thing. He said the one I posted wasn't the original, so he's gonna post it on Twitter.
Good man. My nice set of Barnes and Noble classics.
Look at that.
I don't like that they changed the trade dress.
Yeah, throws everything off.
Yeah, I think we've talked before about what how anal I am about that. Or not that I'm anal about it, but it bothers me.
Dark Samurai, you can tell Fitz I said hello too. Hello back, actually. That's the little bookcase. I've been waiting for you to fill that. I was curious what you were gonna put in there because it's so fancy.
I was initially gonna put all my New Jersey books in there, but the shelves aren't tall enough because some of the New Jersey books are like unusually tall compared to these. Plus the magazines, all the real New Jersey magazines, don't fit there. Because I wanted to get, you know how you get from magazines like these sort of display boxes, so they'll stand up, but they'll be like a box.
Yeah, yep.
And I wanted to get those for the bookshelves so that they can be on the bookshelves, you know, along with everything else. I think I saw some people who got their their weird New Jersey magazines custom bound, which I thought was pretty cool.
Huh.
But I wouldn't do that because I feel like they're collectible to me.
It's very fancy.
So I wouldn't want to cut them up.
If anybody on the chat has any questions or anything, feel free to toss them out at us. And also, like you said, we might go back on tonight later. We got to see if we're both, you know, what kind of mood we're both in late at night or whatever. And we also have to eventually record like actual shows and stuff. So
that is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know what is it, about 2:30 right?
It is 2:30 almost exactly. Yep.
Okay, yes. Yeah, so before the afternoon gets super late, I'm gonna head into the yard and
Yeah, before it starts to get cold and everything. I also at some point want to go for a walk before it gets like, you know.
Yeah.
Before it gets nuts out.
All right, look. So this little bookcase is now filled with stuff.
Look how fancy. See you later, Dark Samurai. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you pop back in next time we're on.
Absolutely. See you later. So that's good. Now I are empty boxes that I can use because I'm getting rid of the Blu-ray shelves downstairs, and those boxes of DVDs I have. I think it's finally time for them to find their way onto eBay.
Oh boy. The coming of the Great Purge.
It's it's gonna start purging stuff again. I'm not even sure like what I still have left from DVDs because I got rid of most of my DVDs a few years back, so I don't know what I still have left that I'm keeping. So maybe we'll have to do that, like go through those boxes on the show at one point, because I'm not sure what's in there.
Yeah, that's cool. I have a bunch of stuff that I've been going through the attic wanting to get rid of, and it's kind of hard because I have like those VHS Star Wars VHS box sets and stuff, and I'm like I don't know what to do with them. I guess I could just
those I'd keep just because it's Star Wars, but
yeah, but they're like.
But then again,
like look at this thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you want to display.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
When,
no, and plus Star Wars isn't like you're not giant. Like you like Star Wars, but you're not huge on.
who me?
Yeah,
I mean, I was a huge Star Wars fan up until about 1997.
yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like if it's no longer like big for you, then yeah, then and that's those are the as I get this damn attic like somewhat cleaned out and organized and stuff like right. That's when you have tons of shit. Those are the choices you got to make. It's like
Yeah, and if my kids were into it, or something, if they were huge Star Wars fans too, I'd keep it around. But neither of them even care, so it's like,
yeah, like as I've been getting rid of like DVDs over the years and Blu-rays since I set up the server. How do I have all this?
yeah, now, yeah,
And even like CDs, as I've been gutting my music collection, it's like as nice as this is, that like have in hand, like what are the essentials? And then like you like boil it down to the things that are most personally important.
right.
Um, so like most of those VHSs that we like saw the other night, it's like why do I still have these? Now that I know that they're there, I'm gonna get rid of them. Except for I'll probably keep like that original Star Wars trilogy set,
The Secret of
and
Nim.
I probably would keep that one just because that's
Yeah,
pretty
like the
cool.
Secret of Nim and the Never-Ending Story and stuff. Unless you can get a good amount for them, they're pretty cool just because they're those original cases
Right.
from your childhood. They're cool looking.
Yeah, but then there's a bunch of other stuff that's out of its ass. But I don't think that actually it should wait because VHS collecting will be a thing in like 5 or 10 years. It probably is now. Who knows?
Yeah, like I wonder how long that lasts. I don't know. Like 8 tracks.
I think are there. I think there are still collectors out there. I just watched a little documentary, and it's like young people are getting into
You
collecting
know,
8 tracks.
records I can understand because there is a records sound nice when you play them. There's a
Hmm.
sound to them. Like the music still sounds good. VHS tapes, I don't I would never pop in a VHS tape to watch it. Like one of my favorite movies on VHS, it seems, because the quality. It's not like there's no nostalgia
No.
to it other than having it in your hand.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
that.
Other than buying a bunch and putting them on a wall so it looks like like a. I can't imagine you having them to actually use them in any capacity.
Oh, of course not. I don't think anyone who's getting them now would be doing that anyway. I would guess that most people like if people are out there like buying and collecting VHS, which I'm assuming that there definitely has to be. It's so that they can have a shelf of like their favorite quirky things on VHS,
Right.
like as a display. I mean, just like it's like me keeping that Secret of Nim that I found last night.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
keep it, but not because I'm ever gonna put the damn thing into a player. Of course not. And even with any DVDs that I keep, like if I get rid of the last of my DVDs, I'll still probably hold on to like DNA, Indiana Jones trilogy, and whatever else. Not because, not for any like because I'm actually gonna watch them. I can watch,
Right.
there's ways,
It's just the
but just because,
nostalgia of having it.
yeah. And even that, I might still get rid of them at some point because I have no nostalgia for DVD. It's just,
Yeah,
yeah,
that definitely. Tom's trying to shove his way into these streams. He just said he has an idea. He wants to go through his bins of Nintendo games that he hasn't unpacked.
absolutely, yeah. That'd be cool to do.
If he could, just get a microphone,
I have 2 turntables.
we would be set.
Ah, this would be where it's at.
That's true. Two turntables and a microphone.
But yeah, of course, I was just dragging out the same bad joke that I made the other night. But I don't think we were on, or were we? I don't remember.
I don't know. It becomes all a blur at this point. It becomes
Yeah,
all a blur.
this is one of my favorites. I never really named it, but it's like this one.
Ooh, it's like a octopus eating a scuba diver.
Yeah, see, I was gonna after I'd done it, I was looking at it thinking like maybe I should call it the octopus, but it's not. It wasn't intended to be an octopus. So I feel like that would be misleading for me to name it that. But that is what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like an octopus attack, and it's like, killing, literally chewing up a scuba
Now,
diver. I like that
I
though.
do have one other that's like somewhat unintentionally animal themed. And I think I did right around the same time.
That one's cool. It looks like you're just about to be jumped on by a yeti, or like Bigfoot, or a monkey.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that idea. Like a so big. Now you know what I believe like the shape and form like where it came from is from a vague memory of a picture of a sloth.
About a sloth.
Yeah,
I could see
I think
that.
I
Yeah,
think it was in the
yeah,
back of my
with
head.
their
Like
long arms.
yeah,
I could see that. I could see that.
man. I wonder what I have to check to see what time it's supposed to rain tomorrow. 'Cause maybe I can do another soil run before it rains.
I don't think it's supposed to be like rain just like it was yesterday. Yesterday was nuts.
I hope not. I don't know. You still have like so many soil and mulch runs to make. Like pain in the fucking ass.
Do you want to wrap this up, and then we'll do our things, and then if we feel like going on tonight, we'll just do whatever.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I want to get that I want to get that stuff done.
Yeah, I mean, we you only it's a nice day out, so you might as well do it when it's not too hot or not too cold.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, like I said to you, I figured if I'm gonna be where the laptop is anyway, doing this, and if you want to pop on for a little bit in the
Yeah,
afternoon, we'll do that. So
yeah. Hopefully, it kept everybody that's watching gave them something to do for a little bit, and we'll try to be back on tonight. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how tired Eric is after lifting 5 gallon buckets of wet sand from his car back and forth.
that's true. That'll be a good time. In the meantime, I want to hear for anyone who's on here who's going to be like who's going to be with us later if we do this again later. I want to hear like their isolation stories, what they're doing while they're
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they're
Let us
sitting at home,
know.
like what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to hear how everybody's like coping with it, what they're watching, what they picked up any
Yeah,
new hobbies or anything like that.
definitely. Ask that on Twitter too to give us something to talk about.
I'll send it out. And thanks everybody for joining us for this daytime post stream, whatever the kids are calling it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.